So 2024 has been the year of the smart rings. Samsung launched their first, Aura launched a new model, RingConn launched a new model, and it seems like they're suddenly the center of attention for brands. But that leads to the question of what can they actually do, and ultimately, can they replace a smartwatch? I've been wearing smart rings for a couple years now, as well as smartwatches for many years now. And for the past 3 months, I've been wearing the RingConn Gen 2. It's been my daily ring. There's a lot to like about it. So when they reached out and asked to sponsor a video, I figured this was a great opportunity to dig deeper into this question. So I personally really like the RingConn, and I'll explain why later. But regardless of which ring you're considering, the goal of this video is to act as a comprehensive guide into what a ring can do better than a smartwatch, and what a smartwatch can do better than a ring. Ultimately, to help you decide, should you buy one, should you buy both, and what's actually right for you. So starting off with why this ring in particular. Like I said, there are a lot of great rings out there, and it's been a big year for rings. But I personally have been wearing this one even before this video organically, just because one, it's a very comfortable fit with flattened sides. It's kind of hard to tell, but most of the bulk is in the corners, which is important because when you put your fingers together, you want the flattest part to be between your fingers so you don't really feel the ring there. It's as thin as 2 millimeters in that thin spot, so I could wear it and really not notice it at all. It's also very light as I believe 2 grams. It's PVD coated titanium, so again, very light. The battery life is fantastic on here, especially with the charging case, and I'll talk about that in a second. And most importantly, there's no subscription fee. So what are the differences that I actually notice between rings and watches? Let's start off with the strengths of the rings. The first thing is the comfort during sleep. This is probably the biggest one because sleeping with a smartwatch for me can be very uncomfortable. I find that I roll over on my side a lot, and if your watch is there and you roll onto your wrist, sometimes you can end up like with a very, like you wake up your hands tingling. It's not always very comfortable, and I know a lot of people, like my wife for example, just can't sleep with watches at all. I've kind of learned to do it, but I still find it to be quite uncomfortable. Additionally, because many watches like Apple Watches, Galaxy Watches, Pixel Watches only last about 1 day with their battery life, a lot of times people do charge their watch overnight, so they have a fully charged watch the next day, which means you can't track your sleep. Rings, on the other hand, don't have that issue. And because they're more comfortable and really ideal for sleep, you get some extra features that really matter a lot. Like on this ring, not only can you track, of course, like heart rate variability, blood oxygen, movement, different things like that while you're sleeping to construct a sleep score, but they've also added on the Gen 2 here, the OSA detection, which OSA means obstructive sleep apnea, just sleep apnea basically, which affects a lot of people, right? I think it's like 1 in 15-ish Americans, but I'm pretty sure for men, it's even more than that. It's like 1 in 4 men or something crazy. And 90% of cases are estimated to go undiagnosed. So having something like a ring that you can wear, diagnose it at home, you don't go into like a sleep lab and have weird sleep. This is something that everyone can kind of just answer that question at home of, do you have sleep apnea? Should you get it fixed? How bad is it? And with this ring in particular, all you do is you open the app, and on the home screen right there, you can go down to sleep apnea monitoring and just tap on get started. It'll take 3 days. So you wear it for 3 nights. Obviously you'd want to track it for many nights, but it only takes 3 nights to get like your actual analysis out of this. So I restarted this test last night with a new ring. And as you can see, it tells me that I didn't have any sleep apnea events. You can also look at your blood oxygen levels. As long as they're like 97, 98% or whatever most of the night, then you probably don't have sleep apnea. Now, the next benefit of a ring over a watch is going to be a completely different thing from sleep. This is style, which of course everyone is going to be a little subjective here, but I think it's pretty easy to agree that a ring is going to be much more subtle than a larger watch, especially something like an Apple Watch or a Galaxy Watch, which is a very tech gadget looking device. If you're going to wear a suit or just dress up for work or anything, I think many people would agree that an analog watch and a smart ring would probably look a lot better than just a smart watch. Of course, that's not everyone's choice, but it's something that I generally think looks a little bit better. Thirdly, the accuracy of a ring is going to be better than a watch in many situations. Not all situations, but many situations, because you don't have, so a watch can rotate over to your bone, it can kind of get a pretty large gap, and a lot of light can come in from the side of a smartwatch, which affects the accuracy of the heart rate tracking. Whereas a ring is much tighter on your finger. It's not going to be, like if you rotate it, it's still on your finger in all directions. And so rings, especially for something like sleep, are generally going to be a little bit more accurate than watches. Fourthly, the battery life. This is probably the biggest one, and I kind of alluded to this earlier with sleep tracking, but because you only have to charge rings about once every, 7, 8, maybe even up to 10 or 12 days, you can wear them for a long time and start to really develop some long-term health trends that are tracked more accurately as opposed to a watch. And some watches, yes, do last a very long time, but many of the everyday smartwatches last about 1 day, and then you have to take it off and charge, and maybe you forget to put it back on, maybe you don't sleep with it. But getting those overall holistic health trends can make a pretty big difference in determining, hey, like, you're more stressed at this time of day, this is affecting your sleep, these different things are affecting your life. And ultimately, if you're trying to track your health, a ring that you rarely have to charge could be the better way to do that. And so, like, for example, the RingConn Gen 2 here, the ring itself lasts between 8 and 12 days between charges, and you only have to plug it in about twice a year because the case lasts up to 150 days. So you just take the ring out, put it in the case. I keep this next to my bed, so like once every week or two, I'll charge it up for a couple hours, and I'm ready to go for another, almost 2 weeks there. Another benefit of a smart ring, specifically the RingConn Gen 2, as you can see right here, is that it is incredibly durable. This thing is made of titanium, and like I know I'm not supposed to, but I literally lifted with, steel barbells, hardened steel, and the ring is like, I can't even really see any scratches on it at all. Also, because you don't have a display on here, you don't have lugs on here, you don't have buttons on here, there's so much less that can break, and so theoretically, a ring should be lasting significantly longer than a smartwatch. And I think rings can be more comfortable for me, not just because they're smaller, but also because they don't have like a larger kind of elastic band that pushes on a pressure point right there. So I find that to be very comfortable, and it's also very custom as well. Which kind of leads me into the next benefit of, with a smart ring, you can try it before you buy it, if that makes sense. Essentially, what I would recommend doing for any ring you're going to buy, like this RingConn, for example, you order the sizing kit. I'll have it linked down below if you want the sizing kit, but you order the sizing kit. It comes in a box. In the box, you can see, of course, they've got like the 3 different colors. You can see what the metal actually looks like in real life. And of course, you have all the different sizes here. So what I would really recommend doing, what I always do is, order the sizing kit, try on the ring that you think fits best, and wear it for a day, wear it for 2 days, and, do your normal activities, see how it feels. Maybe if you're walking, your hands are like a little bit more swollen, and maybe it's a little bit too tight, or maybe you'll notice that if you're washing your hands, one size is a little bit more slippery than another. So you can really dial in exactly what is the best fit for you and which finger you like to wear it on. So generally, most people wear it on their index finger of their left hand. I've worn them on all my fingers, except obviously not my thumb, but that's definitely an advantage. And if you need more information on the sizing, I'll have links down below. Now, kind of the last 2 benefits are a little bit less significant. One that I noticed personally is that there are some workouts you might do that interfere with the watch being such a large device there. For example, if you're wearing boxing gloves, that's something that a watch a lot of times is like very, very uncomfortable and difficult to wear. And I'm sure there are quite a few other workouts where a watch would also interfere. So a ring is going to be much smaller, much more subtle, and for something like that could be a better way to track. And lastly, the fact that it's just like a simple little device that you don't really have to think about, you don't have to start your workouts, you don't have to really interact with it at all. You could just check your phone whenever you want, and the ring has been tracking your life and your fitness and your health for, as long as you've been wearing it. So those are the benefits of a smart ring. Now let's talk about some of the things that a smartwatch is going to do better. The first one is quite obvious. Smartwatches have displays and therefore a more complex user interface that can show you more data without needing your phone anywhere nearby. This could be the weather, this could be just checking in on your insights, checking in on your sleep, getting like a morning briefing. There's a lot of information you can get from your watch without needing your phone. Additionally, smartwatches can act as a phone as well in a pinch, especially if you have an LTE model or if you're on Wi-Fi. So like you could call, you could text, you could show the weather, those different things. Like a watch is going to be a 2-way information gateway, whereas rings are going to be just a 1-way information gateway. They collect the information about your health and they show you that on your phone. Also, a lot of smartwatches can offer things like NFC payments, GPS tracking, Bluetooth music playback, and of course, LTE location in case you lose the watch. And while you're working out, the display makes tracking workouts more of a selectable thing. So you can choose what workout you're doing, and while you're working out, you can see some insights about your workouts to say like, hey, I have to run a little faster, I should run a little slower to hit your targets like that. And a lot of those I think are fairly obvious, but that still leaves the question of who should get a smart ring, who should get a smartwatch, and who should actually get both? Well, I would say a smartwatch is going to be best for anybody who definitely needs GPS, anyone who really wants those smart accessory features. You're trying to, call an Uber with your watch. You're trying to, get notifications on your watch. Of course, those people most likely already have a watch in the first place. But now who should get a ring? Well, a smart ring is going to be great for anybody who maybe was considering a smartwatch, but your primary goal is just to track your health, just to keep tabs on how many steps you take a day, how well you're sleeping, what your heart rate is. Do you have any heart rate irregularities? Like different things like that you just want to keep tabs on your health, but you don't want notifications. You don't really care as much about, tracking with GPS when you're going for a run, different things like that. In other words, anybody who primarily wants to track their health might be better off with a ring for its compact size, its long battery life, its improved comfort, and sometimes its improved accuracy as well. But also, the third category is who should actually get both. And I think anybody who's really serious about tracking their health and fitness would really benefit from getting both. Anyone who's training for, say, a marathon, or if you're doing anything like that, yes, it's great to track your workouts with a watch, but it's also great to track your sleep with a ring and to track other parts of your recovery with a ring, and also just to kind of cross-check between two different devices to see how well you're actually doing. So like I said, I've been enjoying both the ring and watch for several years now. Now, if you want to buy the RingConn Gen 2, they are running a Black Friday promo. So there's 3 options. 2 of them are packages, or the third one is just to use my discount code with the link down in the description below. And that'll just give you $15 off the RingConn itself if you're buying directly from their site. Or they have 2 packages, one for $299. You can get the RingConn Gen 2 and a free set of ring protectors. Package 2, you can get the RingConn Gen 2 and a charging dock at a discounted rate as well. There are some exciting new features and improvements coming soon with the new version 3 of the app. I've been showing the recent version right here, which is already very clean, very minimal, very easy to use. Version 3.0, perhaps I'll make like an Instagram reel or something about that when it comes out. If you want to see that, definitely follow me on Instagram. But some other notable things about this ring. The RingConn Gen 2 came out on Kickstarter several months ago. It reached 18,404 backers at the time of making this video and raised $4.4 million, even though their pledged goal was only $50,000.